What's up guys, Jacob here, and today we're doing a very requested subject, and that is how to hydro dip your quadcopter frame. So as you might have noticed in a few of my most recent videos, I have hydro dipped my quad with this amazing star pattern. So if this is something you're interested in, then this video is definitely the one for you. So before going into this, I really hadn't hydro dipped anything, so it was much of a learning experience for me. And that's why I'm gonna show you all of the do's and don'ts, because I definitely made a lot of mistakes that then ended up taking a lot of time. So what you're gonna need for this is an activator and some hydro dipping film. Now the activator might be a bit hard to get to your country, since it's hard to get it shipped as it is a pressurized container. I'll leave some links to the things I used below. Now beyond that, you'll also need some basic tools like some sanding paper, rubbing alcohol, a large container to store water in, and something to heat up the water in. Start off by making some boxes with tape that will then fit all of your pieces. You should have at least 1 centimeter of clearance around every piece. Then you can start cutting them with a scissor. Start sanding down the individual pieces of the frame. This will make the hydro dip stick a lot better later on. Make sure you wear a protective mask when doing this, and also be in a very ventilated area. We were outside on a really windy day, which is optimal. Breathing in carbon fiber dust is very dangerous, as it can easily get stuck in your lungs, so that's why you should wear a protective mask while doing this step. Clean off the sanded pieces with some acetone or other type of rubbing alcohol. A lot of these films are actually transparent in the places where you want them to be white. For instance, the stars in my pattern are actually transparent. This was something I didn't really think about the first time, and my star pattern ended up looking really ugly. To avoid this, try putting your pattern on different surfaces with different colors to see what it would look like. So after cleaning all of the pieces, I took some white spray paint and painted all of the pieces white, like this. You don't have to have a perfectly white layer, as any imperfections won't really be noticeable once you're done with the hydro dip. Fill your container with water and heat it up to about 27 to 30 degrees Celsius. To do this, I just used a water boiler and put in water until it was the correct temperature. When putting the film down into the water, you should put the sticky side down. To see which the sticky side is, just wet your finger and gently touch one of the sides. If it sticks to your finger, then that side should be facing down into the water. Leave the hydro dipping film in the water for about 30 seconds and push out any potential bubbles that might occur. Once the 30 seconds has elapsed, you should take the activator and gently spray over the whole surface evenly. Then take your piece and dip it down into the film. You can use gloves for this if you don't want to get the film on your hands, but it won't actually hurt you, as it's just like getting normal paint on your fingers. Once the film is on your piece, you will feel that the piece has a kind of jelly feel to it. Try to wash off all of the gel from it until you have a smooth papery surface. To do this, just rub your fingers against the surface underwater until it feels like paper. Now if you have a sink nearby, you could just use the sink instead, and it would probably work even better. Now you might potentially lose some film at this point, but if you skip this step, you'll end up with a really rough surface and it will take forever to dry. For instance, in this image you can see the pieces with the floral pattern has a very uneven surface with jelly on it, while the one with the hexagon pattern is very smooth and papery-like. Let it dry for a while and then you can dip the next side. The last side you dip will probably end up looking the best, so if the piece only has one visible side once the frame is assembled, then you should dip that last. For instance, on this arm you can see how the last hydro dip wrapped around the edge, creating this kind of ugly edge here. The more you wait after applying the activator, the less it will wrap around the edges, which might be something you want in this case. Try to play around with the timing a bit until you get the result you want. So that's it, that's how you hydro dip your frame, and it truly ends up looking astonishing. Now you might get some imperfections, but when the frame is assembled, a lot of it will be covered by components and other stuff, so it does look very nice even if your pieces didn't end up perfect. So if you're interested in doing something like this with your frame, I would definitely recommend it, because it really just ends up incredibly cool. Now, it is a bit of a hassle, but at the same time the material cost is quite cheap, so you're mostly ending up spending your time. So I guess that's it for this video, and if you liked it, make sure to drop a like below, and please check out some of our other videos. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.